So here's what we know about this first graph in 3. First of all, it's a cosine graph. Cosine graphs always start high, so they start at the high point rather than the midline or the low point. Other things we know our amplitude is 5, meaning I'm going up 5 and down 5 from the midline. And I know my period has been adjusted based on this pi over 2 inside that cosine. So to find the period, I take 2 pi and divide it by b. b is this number inside. So when I divide fractions, I have to multiply by their reciprocal. So I flip pi over 2, my pi's cancel, and my period is just 4. So when I start graphing, you want to be really careful about how you label your axes. I don't have any shifts up or down or shifts left to right, so my midline is still at 0, 0. So this is going, oops, sorry guys. This is going to be your axis of symmetry. And I want to go up 5 from there and down 5 to catch the high and the low points. So that's the amplitude. I also always use this 4 tick mark rule. So if you saw everything we've done so far, I always include 4 tick marks to the left and 4 tick marks to the right. Now to figure out what the 4th tick mark should be, I always include the period as the 4th tick mark. And then there should be symmetry on both the left and the right sides. So I go all the way to +4, all the way to -4. And then if there are 4 tick marks separating the origin and that 4th tick mark, which is your period, you can just divide this 4th tick mark by 4. So 4 divided by 4 gives you 1. So that's going to be my scale. Every tick mark goes up by 1. So I'd have a -1, a -2, and a -3. So here's what we know. Cosine starts high, so I'm starting up at the high point. Then the pattern always follows suit. I'd hit the midline, then low, then middle, then high. Same goes in the other direction. You're still following the pattern. Midline, low, midline, high. And then you connect your wave. Make sure it looks like a wave with rounded edges instead of really sharp V's. And you are good. This gave you 2 periods. So a period, if it's 4, here's 1 period. Notice it's high point to high point. And here's the 2nd period. High point to high point. So if you always use this 4 tick mark rule, meaning you go out 4 to the right, 4 to the left, you will automatically be including 2 periods.